Hey everyone, Dylan here, and welcome to the channel review of WrestleMania Night 2. I don't know what all that was, but anyway, welcome to Night 2. We're a little bit late on that. That's okay. There's a lot of wrestling to consume in the past half a week, if not full week. We're just going to go over WrestleMania Night 2 and then eventually upload Raw after Mania. Still can't do SmackDown because that's on cable, and we'll go from there. You know what? So let's start that whole go from there process, and let's get into WrestleMania Night 2. Alright, so everybody arrives on the show, and then after everybody arrives, my favorite segment, we get a recap package for Night 1, making it essentially pointless to watch Night 1. Then after that, we get a welcome to Night 2 little package, and the guy says WWE presents WrestleMania narrator voice. No pyro, though. That's how you know it's going to be a show. Which is funny I say that because I think this was better than Night 1, honestly. After that, Stephanie McMahon comes out to give a little rah-rah speech. Be like, yeah, we're great. We're WWE. You know, you fans are our family. She mentions in the process of all of that WrestleMania 9. And oh my goodness, the amount of times in my content that WrestleMania 9 has came up is like, it's like a bad omen at this point. Like, I feel like I have to ultimately upload the Royal Rumble 93 review so that way I can tackle WrestleMania 9 and just hate myself while watching it. Alright, so the first match to start off the show is the women's triple threat between Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. I wrote down before the match even began, if Io Sky loses this, I will riot. This review will never be uploaded. Thankfully, in a fair twist of things, that doesn't happen. So, just a little note, Io Sky looks like $1 million like always. Rhea Ripley had her normal, just, hi, I'm Rhea. She didn't have anything special, which was weird. She usually has something special for Mania. And Bianca came out with her stepdaughter, which was pretty cool. She had her dressed up just like Bianca. It was a weird, cool thing to look and be like, whoa, there's two Biancas now. No way. So this match was like a 39-minute match. It was good. There was a lot of, how do I word it? There's a lot of moves where it's like, I'm going to hit my finisher, and then to counter it, you're going to hit your finisher, person number 3. So that way all 3 of us are down at once. And kind of something similar to that happens for the finish. Right, so Rhea and Bianca are battling it out. Io's, I guess, knocked out from a sequence earlier. And then as they're battling it out, I forget what happens, but Bianca ends up whipping Rhea with her hair. This is Bianca and Rhea now, apparently. Anyway, as she does it, she hits the KOD on Rhea. And she's got her rolled up for a 2 count. And as it gets to the 2 count, Io hits an over the moonsault onto Bianca. And I guess Rhea technically took some of that too. But anyway, she hits over the moonsault to win. I'm hyped. Couldn't have been a better match if they tried. I think they got a "This is awesome" chant, which was rightfully earned because it was freaking sweet. After a bunch of celebrity spots, we get Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest with what they call this, the Sin City Street Fight. That's right. Just a side note, if you see me looking around, it's because I feel weird just, you know, staring you down the whole time we're doing a review. That feels weird to me. I gotta look anywhere. Alright, anyway. So, this was a pretty cool match. Complaint off the bat because Drew had a dope-ass entrance. Like, he's going up the rock. He's posing on the side of the rock. There's like a shield in the middle of the rock. And he's got like this chainmail on. But then he takes the chainmail off. You're in a street fight, bud. I know we gotta like draw the line between like reality and wrestling match. Oh, hi Mike. Somewhere. But if I'm in a street fight, I'm keeping that chainmail on. I'm like bashing him with it. This is a 2-second fight. I'm grabbing that shield, Skyrim style, you know, pop, pop, pop. Okay, maybe that's murder at that point. But you know what? I won the match. Speaking of winning the match, it ends when Drew puts up a chair in the corner. He runs Damian Priest headfirst into it. You know what I think of those moves. And then Claymore kicks him headfirst into it. I think they were both unprotected. But anyway, he gets a 3 count on that. There were some sick-ass moves during this whole match. I highly recommend just watching this match because Drew ended up doing a future shock onto the steel steps, and that made me cringe because you can tell he took like 90% of the step to his back. It's like, geez, Drew, you and steel steps with the back, man, between that and the Bad Blood match. Stop it. Oh, also, Damian Priest got an entrance from the lead the co-leader of Slayer, like playing him out. It's kind of cool. After the ads, we end up getting the Fatal 4-Way title match, which is the only one I kind of don't agree with, but it was between Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. Honestly, I wish this was a triple threat. I wish Dom was out of the picture because we can do the JD explosion a different way. Or maybe have him in instead of Finn, which, spoiler alert, Dom ends up winning this match because Finn hits a coup de grace onto Breaker. And as they're going for the pin, Dom's frog splashes Finn to pull the title off of him. More stars are out, and I could really care less about all these stars. After that, we get Randy Orton coming out for his match against his mystery opponent, which, I'll be honest, I had 3 people for this. So right, my 3 people pre-knowing anything about SmackDown was Malachi / Aleister Black, Rusev, and Joe Hendry in that order. Mr. Black was advertised. I don't like where this is going to go. Hold on. Yeah. Mr. Black was advertised to be the guy coming out on this Friday, theoretically. Which made me think, honestly, maybe they'll do a surprise Rusev come out and destroy Randy Orton. Realistically, though, in the back of my head, I figured they'd save him for the Raw after Mania or something like that, probably. Which, spoiler alert, it's Joe Hendry who comes out. He has a good showcase performance, gets a good pop. Ultimately, he hits the scoop slam he does and does a kick up and then does the turnaround thing. But when he turns around, Orton gives him an RKO to win. Then Orton, out of nowhere, hits... Well, I think at first he pulls him up, shakes his hand, then RKOs him. And then he hits the, turnaround Joe Hendry thing. But when he turns around, he hits the little, Orton pose. It was... it got a good pop out of me, needless to say. Next up is my why do I have to review this match of the night. Paul Brother versus Styles. The ending of it is Paul Brother tried to use, brass knucks from one of his friends giving it to him or something like that. But Styles ended up catching it. Or sorry, Karrion Kross came out and tried to stop him from doing it. He took him from that. He tried to get Styles to do it, but Styles shoved him or kicked him or punched him, something like that. And then due to that distraction, the Paul brother used his bionic forearm to end up winning. After way too many celebrities and sponsored ads and all that jazz, I'm going to quit saying one of these days. We end up getting the Women's World Tag Team title match, the most pointless match of the night. It is the Judgment Day of Liv and Raquel versus Lyra Valkyria and a mystery opponent, which is the return of Becky Lynch. Becky and Lyra end up winning the titles due to a manhandle slam. And then end up, spoiler alert, dropping them the next night on Raw, and Becky has a turn and blah, blah, blah. Which, they could have done that here at Mania. And literally, as soon as they won the titles, I said, oh, cool. This is a good way to turn Becky heel eventually against Lyra. I just didn't think they were going to do it like that, But, I mean, cynical side aside. Yeah. Cynical side aside, I enjoyed it. It's good to see Becky back like always. I don't know if she's just wrapping up her career with this run, but by all means, let her win both the US and the IC title eventually. Hell, let Bayley win them too. Hell, let Sasha Banks come back and win them. Hell, don't let Charlotte win them. I'm kind of tired of seeing her in the title picture. Who said that? That's so rude. Who said... Okay, next segment. Alright, we get a bunch of celebrity-sponsored moments. Stone Cold comes out to do the attendance, ends up running into a wall, knock a fan over. I don't know any update on that, if the fan sued or not. But anyhow, after that happens, we get the main event everybody's waiting for. Mr. You Can't See Me himself versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. The fate of the company is on the line. Will it be the toy titles from here on out? And will we get the last ever WWE champion? Or will the hero of the town end up saving us from the nightmare? So, unfortunately, it comes down to Travis Scott's interference. He tries to help out John Cena. Cody hits him with a crossroads just to get a little pop in. and Cena tries to use the title on him, and as he swings, Cody grabs it. You think Cody's going to use it for a second, but Cena's like, oh no, please don't, I'm just an old man, don't do that. So Cody has this hero moment where he's like, damn, it's not the right thing to do, I can't hit him, I can't do it. And that blink of a second was enough for John Cena to low blow him, hit him over the head with the title, throw it out of the ring, wake the ref up, and get the windfall. The windfall? The pinfall. Everybody's shitting on this match for the ending, but you have to understand that's the point. It's supposed to be a bad ending because Cody is at this moral consumption where it's like, oh, I could go against everything I stand for and still keep my title. Or I can do what I did and not hit him with it and find another way to win. Unfortunately, he couldn't find another way to win, and we just had an old-fashioned just heel wins after a dirty title use. I think the problem is that they have conditioned the fans to know, oh, title hit over the head, it's going to get a 2 count, and then we're going to the next sequence. But when that didn't happen this time, people are getting upset. So I think more endings need to happen like this, just so that way fans will be like, oh, okay, titles, they actually hurt if you get hit with them. That makes sense. They're gold. Yeah, and so on and such. Alright, that's enough of my old man rant. Night 2 versus Night 1. Which one was the better night in my opinion? Honestly, Night 2. Night 2 by far. I remember more about Night 2 than Night 1, and I was looking forward to doing Night 2 more than Night 1, I do believe. Yeah. No, I think that's my closing thing. Oh, overall, how was this WrestleMania? It's definitely not 40, but like I said going into this with the predictions, everybody needs to just count 40 as its own little thing, because that was a historic WrestleMania. There's not going to be another one like it for another decade. Just let it be. But also, like, is this as bad as, like, WrestleMania 22? I'll let you judge that. My personal opinion, I think it was pretty good. I think in about a year or two, people will look at it and say, you know, it's not as bad as we thought it was. That ending kind of sucked, and it kind of came out of nowhere, but that was the point of it. I think time will just heal wounds on that. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling now. Thanks for watching. Eventually, I'll have Monday Night's Raw's review, the Raw After Mania. If you want to tune into this channel, stick around. We'll have that. Eventually, the podcast will be up. It's not just a one and done. I might have to skip this week just due to WrestleMania taking over this whole week. But we'll see what the future holds. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Anyway, for the time being, I'll just leave now. I'll see you for that Raw review.